Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Virtual College Fair for all Virginia students, sponsored by the Virginia Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admissions Counselors and StriveScan. Thank you for joining us. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. And this is just one of many different sessions happening, so be sure to check out the full schedule at strivescan.com/Virginia. This presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at that same website, strivescan.com/Virginia. And here's the schedule for this afternoon. We are here in session C2, so I will kick things off and turn it over to Radford University to get us started.
Awesome, thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you all. All right, thank you everyone. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Guadalupe Sanchez, and I serve as the Assistant Director of Multicultural Recruitment for Radford University. And today I will share just some key fun facts about our institution, let you know a little bit about the cost of attendance, and definitely how to apply. So to kick things off, Radford University is a four-year public institution in the southwest part of the state of Virginia. One of the great things about our location is that we have the tail end of the Blue Ridge Mountains, which is really unique. We are in the middle of the mountains, so that gives students plenty of opportunities to enjoy the great outdoors. So if students like to go hiking or swimming, camping, to being down the river, all those wonderful things our students are able to take advantage of. Another great thing that makes Radford University unique is our size. So we're not a large institution, but we're also not too small. So we're that perfect mid-size for a lot of students. Currently, we have about 9,400 students that are enrolled at our campus, and the majority of those students are undergraduate students that are pursuing that bachelor's degree. One of the key points of pride for our institution is that we do have 32% of our students as first generation, so they're the first in their families to go to college, and that's definitely something that makes us very proud at Radford. Overall, since we are a mid-sized school, that does allow us to establish a really strong sense of community for our students. So on average, the class size for students will be about 25 to 29 students per class. And that size usually tends to drop even more as students progress within their specific major that they get into. One of the cool things about our institution is that students will have direct access to their faculty members. We also want students to have those lively discussions in the classroom with their peers. So that really gives students an opportunity to just engage more within the classroom experience. But besides learning in the classroom, we also want students to engage outside of the classroom. So we ask our students to connect with their faculty members because they can provide them with internship opportunities as well as opportunities to do research. Overall, we do have about 108 academic programs that students can choose from. And you can see actually on the screen there the full list of all of our colleges that house our majors and minors. But I always like to point out the Center for Major Exploration. So this is the place where students can go if they're undecided or undeclared, or maybe they just have multiple interests and are not exactly sure on what specific field to go into. We will actually have an advisor that will work with students to help them figure out those different career tracks. But just to give you all an example of some of the different majors and programs that we offer at Radford, you can see that full list there on the screen. So we do offer a little bit of everything. One of the most popular programs right now is our nursing program. So our nursing program, our students have 100% pass rate on the NCLEX exam to become registered nurses, and also 100% job placement after graduation. So students are definitely getting that foundation that's needed to be successful in their career after they graduate from Radford. Cybersecurity is another one of those programs that's also really unique to Radford. We actually launched that program back in fall of 2019, and it just gives students an opportunity to get into a field that is in very high demand right now. We actually also started Radford as an education school, so we do have a long track record of also producing educators in the Commonwealth of Virginia. So if you're interested in teaching, Radford University is definitely a great place for you. So just like we want you to learn in the classroom, we also want you to stay engaged outside of the classroom. So we do have about 300 student clubs and organizations that students can take advantage of. Everything ranging from academic-based organizations, organizations that give back to the community through community service, and also our fun social organizations. So there's definitely something at Radford for you. And we're also Division I institution. So if you want to play competitive sports, you have 16 Division I sports that you can be a part of. But besides that, if you don't want to play competitive sports, that's okay too. We also do have intramural and club sports that you can take advantage of. For the cost, Radford University is one of the most affordable state institutions within the state of Virginia. So currently we have about $20,962 is our overall cost of attendance for the year. And this does include the student's tuition, fees, housing, and the meal plan. So it is inclusive of all of that. But obviously $20,962 for the year can still seem like quite a bit for students. So we do have plenty of opportunities for students to receive different types of scholarship opportunities. So students can actually be considered for merit-based scholarship opportunities once they submit their admissions application. And then they can also be considered for additional need-based scholarship opportunities once they submit their FAFSA application to us. Last year, we were able to award about 78% of our students some form of financial aid. So we highly encourage our students to definitely turn in that FAFSA application and get their admissions application to us as soon as they can. And lastly, I will cover how to apply to Radford. So applying to Radford is actually pretty easy. There's two applications. We have the Common App, and we're also on our own website, so you can choose whichever one is most convenient to you. Besides the application, the only thing that we will need is your high school transcript, since we are 100% test optional this year. Our application is free, so there's no application fee at all to apply. And we do ask that our students submit their application by our early action deadline of December 1st. So I hope to hopefully get some of your applications into Radford. Please do feel free to connect with me after today if you do have additional questions that I may be able to answer for you. You can see my contact information there on the screen. So thank you all so much for your time and having me here today.
Great, thank you. And up next, we'll hear from SUNY Cortland.
Good afternoon, you guys. Give me 1 second while I share my screen with you. All right. So I'm Shannon Wing. I work as a regional recruiter for SUNY Cortland. We are part of the State University System of New York, you guys. So that's the largest university system, the public university system that the nation has. This is my contact information. I work with every student in the Mid-Atlantic, and I review every application for students from Virginia. So thanks for taking time today. We are located about 30 minutes south of Syracuse. That's probably going to be the next biggest city. So we've got Syracuse University there. We have Lemoyne. We are about 40 minutes north of SUNY Binghamton. We are located very close to Ithaca. So in Ithaca, you have Ithaca College, which is our biggest rival for athletics. And we also have Cornell. So there is quite a few of our teaching faculty that also teach at Cornell. We did get a #1 ranking for campus safety in New York State, which is really great. I know where I went to college, we had, I guess, just security, but we have a legit university police department. We are in a very safe area. We are suburban. We have students from 34 states and 47 countries, and we're just about a 45-minute plane ride from DC or Baltimore, and it's about a 6-hour drive from the Fairfax County area. We have just under 7,000 total students. We do have undergraduate and graduate programs. We have about 64 undergraduate students on campus. We do bring in a solid class of at least 1,200 every fall. So that's students that say, hey, this is where I want to be for the next 4 years of my life. And the transfer number is much smaller because you actually have to declare a major as a transfer student. We do get about 13,000 applications every single year, and we accept just under half of those students that apply. The average class size is going to be about 23 students, and I think it's important to note that every class at SUNY Cortland is taught by an actual professor. So although we have teaching assistants, that's what they're there for. To assist, they may hold a review class, but every class at SUNY Cortland is going to be taught by an actual professor. These are the programs that we offer at SUNY Cortland. We have about 68 majors. The ones that are star that have that little asterisk, those are going to be the most popular ones. Musical theater, we have a brand new fine arts building. The musical theater program does require an audition, but we do not require an audition before we accept you academically into SUNY Cortland if that does pertain to you. Other strong programs are sport management. We have the largest education program in the state, so we offer undergrad and graduate options for that. We have a niche archaeology program. We've got all the ologies, and we have a phenomenal pre-med program as well as pre-vet. We do send a lot of students to Cornell for vet medicine. As far as applying to SUNY Cortland, we are test optional, so you do not need a test score for your application purposes or merit scholarships. We do require in New York State that students have 4 years of English and history, 3 years of math, science, and foreign language. We will take whatever your high school requirement is for graduation, so you don't have to worry about that. Again, we are test optional, so you do not need to submit any kind of test score for admission or merit-based scholarships. If you have any kind of college credit, if you have a C- or better, we will take that. If you have an AP exam, a 3 or better, we'll give you credit at Cortland. We do have a really excellent residence life program at SUNY Cortland. We're broken down into upper campus, middle campus, and lower campus. So in the middle part of campus is going to be all of our residence halls. We have 17. They're completely renovated from the inside out, or they're brand new. You do have to live on campus your first 2 years as an undergraduate student. We've got low-rise, high-rise, suite style, apartment style, and quad style. There's a lot of different options for everybody. And this year, for the pandemic reasoning, we did not have any triples on campus, and we did actually contract a building in the community so that we can use that as well. This is our Student Life Center. This is one of our brand new buildings. We have about 2,500 people that use this every single day when we're not in a pandemic. It's only for students, faculty, and staff. We have one of our all-you-can-eat dining facilities in here. We have a suspended jogging track. We've got a rock climbing wall, a golf simulator. We, as you can see, have the pool and a hot tub. We do have separate fitness facilities for varsity athletes. We are a Division III program, so you don't have to worry about having to work out with everybody else if you are a varsity athlete. We also have outdoor pursuits, which is in the back of this building, and that's going to be for students that want to do any sort of outdoor trip, or you just want to rent maybe skis or a snowboard, a kayak, you know, stuff like that, so you can do outdoor activities free to students. This is a picture of one of our all-you-can-eat dining facilities. This is the bistro, so this is located in that facility I just showed you. And then we have New Big, which is another all-you-can-eat dining facility. And then we have a food truck that's new this year. And then we have a bunch of grab-and-go options that are kind of like Starbucks style. So you can pick something from the case. You can get a latte, tea, coffee, you know, just a beverage, and you're going to use your Dragon dollars for that. If you want to eat in one of the all-you-can-eat dining facilities, you can swipe in as many times a day as you want. You can eat as much as you want. You just can't take anything out with you. So as far as expenses are concerned, you guys, we are a public university for New York State. So we have an out-of-state tuition, and the total billed cost for someone who's not from New York State for the entire year is that $23,911. So this is going to be for anybody that's not from New York State. You're also going to receive an automatic $7,500 off of your tuition every year automatically. So that bottom number does not include any merit scholarships or financial aid. If you want to live on campus junior, senior year, you're more than welcome to do that if you want, and we'll give you an additional $2,000 off of your housing bill junior, senior year. We have over 80 clubs and organizations. If you want to connect with a student or you have more questions for me, here's my contact information. I'm excited to work with you, and I just thank you so much for your time today.
Great. So next we will hear from UVA Wise.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Antonio. I'm an admissions counselor at UVA Wise. I'm excited to get the opportunity to advertise the college. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. So first we'll get started with general information about the college. We were founded in 1954. At the time, we were Clinch Valley College, but in 1999, we switched over to the University of Virginia's College at Wise. We are a nationally ranked public liberal arts college and the only division of the University of Virginia in Charlottesville. Campus is 396 acres, and we have approximately 2,000 students. Our student to faculty ratio is 13-1, and we are located at the heart of the Appalachian Mountains in Southwest Virginia. So a little bit more about the location. So where we are, we're about 30 minutes from Kentucky and 1 hour from Tennessee. And in this area, we are known as the tri-state area. If you look over the range of Virginia, it takes about 3 hours to get to Roanoke, 5 hours to get to Richmond, anywhere between 7 to 9 hours to get to Northern Virginia, and 6 to 8 to get to Virginia Beach. So a little bit about our academics. This is our full list. You can find this on our official website at uvawise.edu. But as a whole, most of our academics range from the departments of business, history and philosophy, both natural and social sciences, communication studies, language and literature, nursing, education, mathematics, computer science, and software engineering. Innovate to Elevate. This is one of our new releases for technological advances for our students, basically to be able to bridge the technology gap and make sure students have the technology they need to succeed. It also helps save money on textbooks. A lot of our professors are downloading the textbooks to the iPad in order to hit the ground running. A little bit about our athletic programs. We are NCAA Division II, and we compete in 13 sports. For the men, we compete in baseball, basketball, cross country, football, golf, and tennis. And for the women, we compete in basketball, cross country, golf, lacrosse, softball, tennis, and volleyball. We are a part of the South Atlantic Conference, or in short, the SAC. So a little bit about our student life. We have over 50 clubs and organizations on campus that range from academic groups, leadership, social, special interest, and service involvement. Also a part of those organizations are our Greek life. So we do have both fraternities and sororities. We also have intramurals on campus, which are like club sports where you get to play against faculty and staff and other students, and opportunities to take outdoor recreation trips like skiing, skydiving, or professional sporting events. So a little bit about our financial aid. First, this is one of our new financial agreements called Within Reach. So basically for our Virginia residents, if a family makes $40,000 or less, or they have assets of $75,000 or less, we will cover their full tuition and fees for both the fall and spring semester. It does not count for summer. To a little more in depth about financial aid, 88% of our students receive some form of financial aid, and we award around $19 million a year in scholarships. We do offer both a generous merit-based and need-based scholarships as well. So a little bit about how you can apply for us. You can apply online through our institutional application. We are also a member of the Common application, okay? Some of the deadlines that you see below that, we have an early admission, basically like a first come, first served basis for both the fall and spring semester. So for the fall, it falls within December 1 for admission 1, February 1st for admission 2, and also February 1st for admission 3, okay? And then for the second semester, for admission 1, it's February 15th, March 15th for admission 2, and May 1st for admission 3. On the right, you'll see some of our genuine requirements. We usually require an official high school transcript, so it does have to be signed or stamped by someone in the guidance office, stamped with the school seal, or have one of their signatures. We are test optional for fall 2021, so we do take both the SAT or ACT. We usually require a personal essay and a $25 application fee. And the last three that you'll see are encouraged or optional. So we usually encourage a letter of recommendation, and it is also optional for you to submit a personal statement or a resume of list of activities. Then finally, you'll see some of our admission stats. So on a yearly average, we receive around 1,200 applications with 77% selectivity out of an incoming class of 350 students. Our average GPA is around a 3.5, with an average SAT score being a 1040. Okay, and the same basically goes for our transfer students. The only thing that we don't really require that is different than first-time freshmen is the submitting the official test score, because of the credits that you receive through the college you're transferring from. Here is our contact information. Please feel free to reach out with any questions. We are also accepting campus tours Monday through Friday at both 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Thank you very much, and you all have a great evening.
All right, so then we'll hear from the University of Alabama.
Hi, everybody. My name is Elizabeth Dugas, and I am the University of Alabama's regional recruiter for Virginia. I am based in Charlottesville, Virginia, and I telecommuted before it was cool. I will give you a quick overview of the university and hopefully make you want to apply. So we are in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. It's about the same size as Charlottesville. It's about an hour from Birmingham, which is about the same size as Richmond. It's a vibrant middle-sized city. There's plenty of things to do, plenty of nightlife. We also have a river, so we have a really nice river walk. And our university is about a mile from this downtown that you're looking at now. We are a large university. We have over 32,000 undergraduates on our campus. And you can see that the majority of our students are from out of state. We dropped a little bit this year in our percentage. We were over 60% last year, but of course we lost our international students, as did many US universities. And our in-state percentage ticked up a little bit of students wanting to stay closer to home. But Virginia is one of the top 10 states that we do get students from. This is just a quick snapshot of our freshman class this year. Our average GPA is just over 3.8, and we will take the weighted GPA off of your transcript. If there are two, we'll go with the higher one, which would be the weighted one, but we don't recalculate GPAs for admission purposes. So if your school doesn't add weight, we're not going to add any in. For test scores, we have an average score of 1270 on the SAT or 27 on the ACT, but like most other universities, we are test optional this year. I don't know for sure if we're going to be able to remain test optional after 2021, but I am going to be part of that discussion. I'm going to recommend that we do, but I don't have a final answer on that yet. But we definitely are test optional for 2021, so there's no need to send us scores. There will be no penalty for not doing so, admission-wise or scholarship-wise. And then we are always top 5 in the nation for enrollment of National Merit Scholars. This is our list of majors. You can see we offer a lot of majors. All of them are strong. All of them have undergraduate research opportunities, as we are an R1 research university. You can double major. That is very common. You can also double minor. I actually did that. And you can also design your own major through what we call New College. And it's not new, it's older than I am, but it's always been called New College. We also have all of the pre's, as you can see on the right. And those are, we get into the graduate and professional schools at higher than the average rates. And those are advising programs. So those are in addition to whatever your major is. You don't have to major in something even related to your pre-program. So you can major in art history and be pre-med, for example, as long as you get those science courses in somewhere. We have an honors college as well. They have not made the announcement on their test optional admission policy yet for this year, but I expect that to happen within the next 2 weeks. But in general, it has taken a 3.5 weighted high school GPA and a 1360 SAT or 30 ACT to be admitted to honors, or after 1 semester at Alabama, you just need a 3.5. And we have several honors programs to choose from. There's a general program. There's some geared towards getting an MBA in 5 years, some getting your master's in your same field as your bachelor's in 5 years, one liberal arts oriented, one leadership, one research, and one for pre-medical students as well. Campus life is very vibrant, as you might expect with a university of our size. We have between 600 and 700 student organizations. We have the largest Greek system in the entire nation, but it's only about 1/3 of our students, so it's merely one way to get involved. It's certainly not the only way to get involved. We have excellent food. We are well known for that. And because our positivity rate has been way down, we have reopened our in-person dining on our campus as well. We rank number 2 in the nation for internship placement. And a fun fact, that picture of Starbucks there, that is the largest Starbucks on any college campus in the country. Our housing is really nice. I won't spend too much time on this slide, but suffice it to say that the majority of our students live in what we call suite style housing, which is really like a 4-bedroom, 2-bath apartment. So students get their own bedrooms, they share a bathroom with one other person, and then they share a kitchen and a living room with 3 other people. This is the majority of our housing and the majority of our freshman housing, so a lot nicer option than you might find at some other universities. And they all have central air conditioning. We do have athletics. I occasionally get asked if we have a football team, and yes, we have a football team. Sometimes the follow-up question is, are they good? Yeah, they're good. So we're ranked number 2 in the country right now. We normally play to over 100,000 fans at home. We played to about 21,000 fans on Saturday. But students still are able to go to the games. They're just going to go on a partial season ticket package this year as opposed to a full, and that's just for football. For all of our other sports, which we're usually ranked in most of our sports most of the time, then the students don't need a ticket to get in. This is our application process. So we have rolling admission. You always have until May 1st to decide, but you can find out faster than you might find out from an early decision school. We only use our own application this year. Next year, we'll also use the Common App as well. There's a $40 app fee, and we need your official high school transcript, and that is it. Don't send us any essays, letters of rec, or even your extracurriculars in the application. We won't use them in the process. You can send an optional SAT or ACT score, but that is up to you. And the priority deadline is December 15th to have all of your admissions materials to us so that you can then submit the scholarship application by January 15th. So this is our standard merit scholarship chart. This one is for students who do have a test score. These are automatic. If you have the GPA and the test score, you automatically get whichever one of these categories that you fall into. You have through February to send us a test score to be considered for a scholarship on this chart. And then this is what I am most excited about. This is new. This is our competitive scholarship chart. It's only rolled out a couple of weeks ago, and it is for students who either don't have a test score or whose test score doesn't put them on the other chart. But for this, we use a core GPA and then your scholarship application, which is where you put all of your extracurriculars, leadership, community service, honors, achievements, anything you've overcome. And the best scholarship applications matched up with those core GPAs will get a scholarship. Finally, this is my contact information. If you do have any questions, feel free to reach out. And also, if you would like a paper brochure mailed to you, that's the link at the top. Or if you want to look at the view book online, that's the link in the middle. Thank you for listening. Have a great day and roll tide.
Great, thank you. And up next, we have, oh, it keeps disappearing on me. We have Virginia Wesleyan University.
Hi everyone, and thanks for joining us today. I appreciate you participating. My name is Brooke Novkovich. I'm a senior enrollment counselor with Virginia Wesleyan University located in Virginia Beach, where it's always a great day to be a Marlin. Fun fact, our mascot here is Bob Marlin. We are the only university in the US to have a Marlin as our mascot. So lots of lions, tigers, and bears, but only one Marlin, so you can't get us confused with anyone else. Plus he's super suited for this area with us being close to the beach as well. I am also a graduate of Virginia Wesleyan. I majored in comprehensive liberal studies, which is basically an interdisciplinary degree. And I really enjoyed getting my degree here at Virginia Wesleyan, kind of carving out my path and getting to know all of the faculty members on campus. Now getting started, we are Coastal Virginia's premier university of the liberal arts and sciences. We were founded in 1961, which makes us a little bit of a newer university. However, we are growing. Great thing is though, we do not rely on student tuition dollars to make any enhancements to our campus. It's all done through private donations or grants. Also, we are located on the crossroads of Norfolk and Virginia Beach. This is a great area here. We are in metropolis. There's about 1.7 million people. And this is a great opportunity for students to get involved in internships and undergraduate research. Everything's real close by, so students don't have to travel very far from campus to get involved. And we also partner with a lot of different businesses as well as organizations in the area as well. We are situated on a 300-acre campus, and it is patrolled by our campus safety officers 24/7. We also have a gated campus entrance as well. I'm very close by the campus here. I'm about 1.5 miles away, and I love this area. There's a lot of great stuff on campus to do, but a lot of great stuff just outside of campus as well. And definitely when you're not in class, you can go hang out on the beach and get some sand in your textbooks. So we're a smaller private university. We're about 1,600 students total. The great thing is that about 43% of our students do come from underrepresented populations. So we really do look like the country. We're in the top 25 most ethnically diverse liberal arts institutions in the US. So it really does give our students a great opportunity to learn from others that are maybe unlike themselves, different backgrounds, different cultures, things that you can't necessarily learn in the classroom, things that you learn just by interacting with your peers. So everyone is welcome here. It's a great community feel. Also, 75% of our students do live on campus, so we're not a suitcase school. Students want to be here, they want to participate in all the fun activities that we have going on, and of course, being close to the beach does not hurt. In addition to that, we have plenty of organizations on campus as well for students to get involved in, different clubs and organizations. We have Greek life. So students have a wide range of opportunities to get involved in, even with us being a smaller private school. Also, we do have housing guaranteed for our students all 4 years that they're here, so students don't have to worry about trying to find housing options outside of campus their junior, senior year. We offer our students 39 majors and 31 minors. We also have several different pre-professional programs. Our most popular majors right now are biology, chemistry, business, criminal justice, just to name a few, but there's so much more. Environmental sciences is definitely quite popular here with our new Greer Environmental Sciences Center, pictured at the top here with green roof, solar panels, interactive touch screens, geothermal wells that help heat and cool the building as well. Because we are a liberal arts school, our emphasis in the classroom is going to be on problem solving, creative thinking, as well as good communication skills, the things that employers and grad schools are looking for. We also have small classroom sizes, so our average classroom is about 14 students to 1 faculty member, and we also have no teaching assistants, so all of our classes are taught by faculty. We also provide 4 credit classes instead of your traditional 3, so you're going to spend 3 hours a week in class, but 4th hour is going to be outside the classroom doing experiential learning. We also have our Batten Honors College on campus as well, which is a selective enrollment process for students with a 3.5 GPA or higher and scoring 1,300 on the SAT or 27 on the ACT. However, we will be test optional for students applying for fall 2021. So definitely encourage students to apply for that as well. On our campus here, we do have our Lighthouse, which is one-stop shop for students to get involved in different activities outside of the classroom, such as internships, career development, undergraduate research, and study away opportunities. These are great things to get involved in, and the staff in our Lighthouse really do help our students facilitate making sure that their resume writing with interview skills, making sure that cover letter looks good. They also do mock interviews as well as job placement. We do have undergraduate opportunities for students as well, which are student-led with a faculty mentor. So students get to choose what type of research topic that they would like to get involved in, help build up that resume as well. We are an NCAA Division III athletics program with 22 men's and women's sports with open tryouts. We also just recently added an esports team as well, and all of our home games for students is free admission, so you can go and cheer on your Marlins. Even though we are small and private, we are affordable. We offer all of our students merit scholarships, and 98% of our students do receive financial aid. Our average institutional award is around $24,000, which actually brings our sticker price just below that of the average Virginia State school. And we definitely have a bunch of different visit options as well. We have in-person visit options as well as virtual. So we definitely encourage you to come check us out. Our application is online at vw.edu. We are not on the Common App, so you do have to apply through our website. Thank you. Have a great day.
All right, thank you so much. And last up for this hour is East Tennessee State University.
Hey everyone, my name is Lily and I am the admissions counselor for ETSU, and I work specifically with Virginia students. So what we're going to be talking about today is a brief overview of our academics, how to become a Buccaneer, residential and campus life, and tuition and fees. So why should you choose ETSU? Located in Johnson City, Tennessee, ETSU is a Division I public university that houses nearly 15,000 students. We're not too big and we're not too small, so at this size you can expect access to the resources and opportunities that larger universities have, while also maintaining a small campus feel with an average classroom size of 23 students and a 15-to-1 student-to-faculty ratio. We have 10 different colleges with 150 different academic programs. Some of our highlights of our programs would include our highly accredited business program, which ranks in the top 5% of all business schools in the world. to our health science programs, which we have more comprehensive health science programs than almost any other school in the U.S. We also have a nationally ranked teachers education program, and we offer the top computer science and the largest nursing program in the state of Tennessee. So with 10 different colleges and 150 different programs, we have tons of options for you all. So let's talk about the admissions process. We're all about access here at ETSU, which is why we decided to go test optional for the fall 2021 academic year. You can see that for requirements, you need a 2.3 GPA or a 19 on the ACT or SAT. We also require that our high school students take 16 specific high school credits. This would include English, math, science, foreign language, etc. So how you apply, you would just go to our etsu.edu/apply, and then when you're finished filling out your application, you'll submit the $25 application fee, or you'll insert a promo code. And then after you submit your application, you need to contact your high school or high school counselor and ask them to send your high school transcripts by either emailing it, postage mail, or through any electronic service. And then if you decide to take the ACT or SAT for scholarship or admissions purposes, then you'll just need to have the testing service send that. And this week, we're hosting a Virginia application week. So if you all are interested in applying to ETSU, then use that Q&A button, and I will send you the fee waiver code that will waive that $25 application fee. So now a little bit about housing. We offer 10 different residence halls with 5 different styles. As of now, we do not require our freshmen to live on campus, and everyone is allowed their own personal vehicle. If you want to live on campus, there will be a separate application that you will need to fill out on the housing website. And then if you're wanting to live on campus, but more specifically with students who are interested in the same program as you, then we offer 9 different living learning communities for our freshmen. And then that will also be an additional application from your housing application. And then if you choose to live in a traditional residence style, and then you have our 7-day silver level meal plan, you're going to be looking at about $8,900 per year. And then just a fun fact, we really encourage our students to get involved on campus. And so one way to do that is from living in a residence hall, and 35% of our students make the Dean's List every year who live in a residence hall. And so we offer so many ways for our students to get involved outside the classroom. We all have over 250 different student organizations and 19 different Division I sports. With our sporting events, students can get into all sporting games for free by just showing their ETSU ID card. And then our student organizations range from fraternity and sorority life to sports clubs to academic clubs and much more. And then we have our first year experience courses, which would be like Preview, which is a pre-college experience, and then our ETSU 1020 and Health 1350 class. And so our tuition now, if you live in Washington, Lee, Scott, Bristol, or Grayson County, you will be eligible for in-state tuition, which is about $9,500 per academic year. If you live in any county outside of that, it is now set for $10,500 per academic year. And then I wanted to show you that the total price, which would be about $18,000 to $19,000 per year if you're receiving the in-state or out-of-state tuition. And then just to let you all know, ETSU can be very affordable, which is why 92% of our students do receive some sort of financial assistance. And if you're interested in visiting campus, we do offer in-person and virtual tours. Our in-person tours are offered Monday through Friday, 4 times a day, and then we even have some tours on Saturday. You can just go to etsu.edu/visit to sign up for a tour in person. And then if you want to visit campus virtually, then you can do so by going to etsu.university-tour.com. And then if you all have any questions, feel free to contact me by emailing me at fowlerlg@etsu.edu. You can also text or call me at 423-301-5483. And if you just want to stay up to date, you can follow us on social media by following at ETSU Admissions. And then if you want to find out more information about ETSU, then you can go to etsu.edu/admissions. And then again, it is for free for Virginia students to apply. So if you want that fee waiver code, just use the Q&A button. Thank you all so much for letting me present. I hope that you all have a great rest of your day, and go Bucks!
All right, everyone. So we've got about 7 minutes for the Q&A portion. And while we are looking at the Q&A, Antonio, I do want to invite you to put up your contact info. Your screen share did not show it. So if you want to show us the contact info for UVA Wise, just take over screen share for a couple seconds and leave that up there. Otherwise, we'll take a few minutes for the Q&A.
Hi, Joelle. Do you mind if I step in, kind of answer one of the questions that was brought up in the Q&A?
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
Okay. Thanks for asking your question. It looks like it was a question about medical school. I do want to mention that Virginia Wesleyan does have a pre-med path here. Biology and chemistry happen to be some of our most popular majors. And we do have work very closely with Eastern Virginia Medical School as well, and have an early assurance program with that partnership. So definitely encourage you, if you're interested in that field, to check us out. Unfortunately, I didn't get to my last slide on my presentation. So if you do have any follow-up questions at all for us at VWU, please don't hesitate to email. Our email address is enrollment@vwu.edu. Thanks.
And I was also just going to touch base on that question as well. So ETSU, we also have a pre-med track, but we also have our own Quillen College of Medicine on campus. So a lot of students who are interested in going into the medical field will come to ETSU. Our med school has been nationally ranked. And so any med school, I know that your question was just who has the best. I would say that all med schools are great options. So it's really just going to be what's going to be best for you.
Great, and with our last minute or so, I'm just going to ask all of the panelists to just go around in presentation order and give us a quick fact, a fun fact, tradition, something unique about your campus that you'd like to share in these last 2 minutes.
Sorry about that. I couldn't find my my mouse where it was located. But hello everyone, I'm Guadalupe with Radford, and I would say that the fun fact about Radford is really just where we're located. There's just opportunities for you to always enjoy being outside. So if you love just taking in nature and being in a place where you feel welcomed and a place where you can really find that sense of community, Radford would be a great place for you.
Hey you guys, this is Shannon Wing with SUNY Cortland. I would say a fun tradition we have is the Cortica Jug. So it's Cortland versus Ithaca in football every fall. We usually alternate which campus we're going to play at, but because we had a partnership with the New York Jets and they did their training camp at Cortland for 5 years, last fall we got to play at MetLife Stadium and we had over 45,000 people in attendance at a Division III football game.
Hey everyone, I would say I really like our small class sizes at UVA-Wise. You get a lot of attention from your professors. So we are recognized as a college of distinction. So we are recognized for our academics. So you are working with the best in the small classes, average size around 15 students.
At the University of Alabama, my fun fact is that we open a new or fully refurbished building on average every 90 days on our campus. So everything is very modern, clean, new, and technologically up to date.
At Virginia Wesleyan, we have a lot of great traditions here. One of my favorite ones that the students really like to get involved in is our yearly mud games. It typically happens in the fall right before midterms, and we bring in clean mud and we wet it down until it's a big soupy pile of mess, and students, faculty, and staff participate in relay races. You'll get mud in places you never knew existed, and you can kiss your clothes goodbye. But it's a whole lot of fun. There's also a cash prize and a trophy, as well as huge bragging rights. So I definitely encourage you to come check us out. We also have a virtual Marlins Day open house coming up on October 24th, which is a Saturday. Super easy to register for at our website at bw.edu, so you can find out more about us there. Thanks.
And just a fun fact is a lot of our students who have graduated from the digital media program end up actually working on fields like Thor and Captain America and Star Wars, and we do internships with Disney as well. So.
Great. Well, thank you for all of that wonderful information from all of our panelists. We are at time for today, so I want to say thank you to everyone who joined us as a panelist or as a student participant. When you close this link, there will be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. And again, this is just one of several sessions being hosted, so be sure to sign up for more sessions at strivescan.com/Virginia. In about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recording, as well as all of the other sessions recordings at strivescan.com/Virginia. So again, thank you so much to all of our panelists and participants, and have a great day.